Hello everyone, Tina Spalding Trance Channel here today. Got some things popping up here. Just wanted to let you know that tomorrow, December 21st, we are having a 1-hour public Q&A live streaming with Jesus and Ananda. So if you would like to join us, the link is in the description box below. We are doing these once monthly public Q&As. The cost is $22. If you're a member of our community, it's 50% off that, $11. Just to give you a taste of what we get up to in our community, I do two 90-minute Q&A sessions every calendar month. So if you enjoy these hour-long Q&As, you might want to consider joining our community so that you can have regular access to them. And of course, if you join, you will have a library of over 130 hour-and-a-half long channeling sessions that will probably answer just about any question you have. So very, very good to think about that. Anyway, tomorrow is December 21st, 2021, and our registration will be closing at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Mountain Time. I think Mountain Time. So that's happening. Let's see what Jesus has to say to us today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. As you travel through these tumultuous times, many of you are being challenged very, very deeply. Your beliefs are being shaken up. Your world is being shifted and changed, and your families are, in fact, at times breaking apart. What we want you to understand is that there is beneath all of this change and transformation and challenge the opportunity for tremendous spiritual expansion. And this is because many of you have become unconscious by the routines that you follow. So when you have a mortgage and a job that you feel you have to go to pay for that mortgage, and the kids' braces and the car insurance and all of that sort of thing, in the Western world, we are witnessing a deep level of unconsciousness that is being perpetuated by your conditioning. This idea that you have no choice, this idea that you're not a free being, this idea that you have to do as you're told, you have to do as the government tells you. These are not truths. These are conditioned ideas that you have taken into your mind as truth. There are a multiplicity of examples of beings who have bucked the system, who have broken free of the system. And what we want you to do is to look at this as your opportunity to buck the system. There are those of you that were tremendously relieved that you didn't have to commute to work anymore and that you could work at home. That was just the beginning of the transformation. There is a deeper level of transformation that can happen. Your people pleasing. Are you always doing things to keep other people happy rather than yourself? This is coming up in spades for many people right now. Fear of authority figures. Of course, you are raised in a system that teaches you to fear authority figures. Your teacher in your classroom had the ability to send a nasty note home to your parent, to perhaps even physically punish you back in the old days, or to send you to the principal's office. So for 12 years, you were under the threat of punishment if you did not do as the authority figure in your day told you, and you are conditioned into believing that that is the truth. It is not the truth. It is an option that you have implanted in your own mind now as the truth. Now, the government will continue to perpetuate the seed of that belief that they have planted in you by punishing people, for example, who do not conform to what they want. And you're seeing this in spades now. So you might say to us, that is not true. If I do not do as the government tells me, I will get punished. What we want you to understand is that right now it is very, very important, and we cannot emphasize this enough. It is very, very important for you to follow your inner guidance. Now, your inner guidance, sadly, in your society is contaminated by these conditioned beliefs and ideas. It may, in fact, feel like the best thing to do as you are told, to please your family, to please your friends, to join in the crowd. But what we want you to understand is that this is the end of a spiritual season, and you are being given the opportunity, believe it or not, it is a grand opportunity to face some of the demons that you have not yet faced in this incarnation and, in fact, several other incarnations. You are being given the opportunity to become more courageous. You are being given the opportunity to become more honest. You are being given the opportunity to speak your mind instead of smiling and lying to those around you. Now, many of you will say, well, if I'm myself, then those who are around me will not love me anymore. But we say to you, if they do not know who you are, they do not love you anyway. They love the facade that you are presenting to them. This is something for all of you to think about. How honest am I with myself, and therefore how honest am I with those people in my life who I spend a lot of time with? So many of you who are parents will say to your children, you shouldn't lie. But the question we ask you is, are you lying? Is it time now, given the impetus that this particular global situation is providing you with, is it now the time for you to be honest? It could be that you are living in an urban environment and you have not been happy there for some time, but because of the dependence that you have and because of the routines that you've developed, you have just given up on the idea of moving to some place that's a little more rural. It could even be moving from an apartment to a suburban home. It could be moving from a suburban home to a rural home. It could even be leaving the country you are in for another country. What we want you to do is be honest with yourself and ask yourself, how honest, how truthful am I being? How honest am I being? Because this really is how you create. When you are in alignment with yourself, when thought, word, and deed match, then you are a powerful creator. You will see things shifting and changing in your life very quickly. But if your thoughts are one thing and your feelings are another and your actions are another, you will not be able to shift and change where you are in life very easily, because you will be working against yourself. You may be doing something that you hate, whilst inside you are feeling that you would love to do something else. We want all of you to take this into consideration as you are deciding whether or not you get the medicine that's being offered to you, whether or not you cave in to keep your job, whether or not you cave in to please your spouse or your family. We want you to consider how healthy your children are going to be if you do what the government asks you to do. Really think about it. Don't just give a knee-jerk reaction, oh, they must be right. Ask yourself truly, what are they asking you to inflict upon your children? Are they giving you proof that it works? Are they giving you proof that it's efficacious? Are they giving you the science behind wearing masks, for example? Now is the time for all of you to grow up. Many of you have remained in a very childlike state, listening to authority figures just like you did your parents, and you have not taken on the mantle of adulthood. And now is the time to take on the mantle of adulthood and really use your intelligence and your ability to analyze a situation to help you make a decision. That is what grown-ups do. Children do as they're told, or they get punished. Adults use their intelligence and their experience, and they think things through before they make a decision. You have been trained out of being adults in your society. Endless entertainment, endless medications to cover up the feelings, the true feelings that you have. Perhaps you have feelings of anxiety. Perhaps you have feelings of depression. Perhaps you have feelings of desperateness or loneliness. And the medications make you feel better, but it stops you from remedying the situation you find yourself in. Now is the time to actually remedy the situation. We know that this is challenging for you, and we understand that many of you have complex lives with many layers and many moving parts, as you like to say. But that doesn't matter. The truth of the matter is, how are you managing everything? Do you feel happy and excited about the future and content? Or are you feeling overwhelmed and coerced and sad and depressed about the future? Your feelings are telling you when you are on track or when you are off track. Your job now is to find a way to be excited about the future. Your job now is to find a way to truly look after your family and including yourself. Don't ignore yourself in that family. And now is the time for courage and conviction. Ask yourself what you are worshiping right now. What idol are you worshiping that is not true? What idol are you worshiping that is not living up to what you have laid upon it? And ask yourself if you're going to continue to worship this idol. It is a time of great transformation. It is a time of great challenge, but it is also a time of great opportunity. And that is what we want to leave you with today. This is a time of great opportunity for clarification, for reassessing your value system, and for becoming aligned within yourself to that which you express in the world. Thought, word, and deed need to be the same. That is how you create a new future that is good for you. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I will speak to you again soon. Wow. Okay. Thank you for joining us today, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.